Bill Buckner never should have been defined by one play. Bill Buckner had more big league hits than either Joe DiMaggio or Ted Williams. He was an all-star. He played 22 seasons in the majors and twice made it to the World Series. He was a good teammate, but for the final 33 years of his life, Buckner was best known as the guy who missed the ground ball. For many fans, Buckner died of Lewy body dementia Monday morning, surrounded by family. He was only 6. Word of Buckner's death spread on a sun-splashed Memorial Day afternoon as Boston was readying for the first game of the Stanley Cup Final between the Bruins and Blues at TD Garden. For HubSports, today Boston is a city of champions, the envy of sports fans everywhere in North America. We've witnessed 12. We have watched our teams participate in 18 championship events in 18 calendar years. The Patriots have. This was not the regional sports climate on the night of October 25, 1986, when Buckner failed to field Mookie Wilson's Little League 3 hopper down the first base line. You have seen the video. It's been synonymous. On the night this happened, the Red Sox had not won the World Series in 68 years. It was 8 years after Buckner's error did not lose the World Series. Not even close. Bill fell on the sword. The sword was thrown. That always bothered me, Red Sox legend Dwight Evans said Monday. Everyone thinks that Buckner had no idea how his life would change after that single stupid play. Indeed, I don't think it ever entered his mind at the time that he was going to have to wear this for the rest of his career, Hurst said. Infamy stalked Buckner. Jokes in replay. When he was released by the Sox the following year, he said, "I think everybody in this town, including the Red Sox, holds that against me. I think I deserved." Buckner played for 2 teams after leaving Boston but came back for a final season in 1990, slugging his way onto the squad out of spring training. He got a huge ovation, but the grounder followed him into retirement. In 1990, he found peace after that. Allowing himself, there was even ultimate forgiveness at Fenway, much of it owed to the Red Sox' new image as champions. In April of 2008, on the day the 2007 World Champion Red Sox received their rings, Buckner received a standing ovation before throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. Evans was Buckner's catcher that day. "I went out to the mound after catching that pitch and he was crying like a little kid," Evans said Monday. "It meant so much. It was cathartic. For Buckner, I really had to forgive, not the fans of Boston per se, but I would have to say in my heart I had to forgive the media," Buckner said. "For what they put me, and now he is gone. I am so sad," said Hurst, who probably would have been MVP of the '86 World Series if the Sox had won. "I didn't know he would. Bill called me about a year ago and told me about his illness," said Evans. "And now this. Whenever something unfortunate happens to a famous person, it's customary to say, that will be in the first paragraph of his obituary." Bill Buckner died Monday. The Associated, first paragraph. First sentence, Dan Shaughnessy can be reached at
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.